Revenge films.
On that day, I accompanied my older brother to a certain wedding. The groom was his best friend, named Maxwell. The bride was a woman named Kendra. I actually know Maxwell personally since college, and I often spoke with him, even though there was a margin of age. They're such close friends, and my own friendship with him has made me feel like he's my second brother. My true older brother, Steven, has old injury residue on his left leg. His whole leg was in a cast for 4 whole months because of a head-on collision with a telephone pole on his bicycle in high school. Although he has no trouble walking, he does have a slight limp. But I never paid any heed to that. I was used to it by then. After arriving at the wedding hall, we were walking to our seats together when a woman strode somewhat angrily towards us. I immediately recognized Kendra, the bride.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Come with me, and don't you dare dawdle.
She led us to a small, secluded area of the building where she suddenly started to brutally insult Steven. Apparently, she'd noticed his unusual stride and decided to do something about it.
I don't recollect inviting any person like you here. What's with that stupid walk? I can't accept such miserable behavior.
Hey, watch yourself! My brother received an invitation from Maxwell, and that's why he's here. See?
Huh? Maxwell did? Nonsense! I can't believe he'd invite this cripple! Listen, today is my one day of glory, and if there are vegetables like you around, the splendor will surely be ruined.
Who the hell does this bitch think she is? It's amazing a Karen like this is becoming Maxwell's wife, who's pretty much the brother Steven never had. I was struck with shock and disappointment, but then...
I must tell you to leave. I'll just take your wedding gift. Oh, and I don't take anything other than cold, hard cash, okay? Come on now, cough it up already. Don't tell me you didn't bring anything, even though it's a goddamn wedding.
This is going too far.
It's all right, Rhea. Let's just go. Here's your present. I cannot let your splendid wedding be ruined. I hope you and Maxwell will be happy together.
Steven, mark my words. Lady, you'll regret this.
Huh? LOL me? Regret? Don't make me laugh. Nothing you can do. No one's gonna pity 2 freaks like you leaving the party. Get the hell out! I better not see your faces anywhere near me or Maxwell again.
In this manner, Kendra literally kicked us out of the banquet and forbade us from ever seeing Maxwell again. You're really okay with this? Aren't you frustrated to leave after getting insulted? You came so far just to attend, too.
You know I'm not gonna ruin my best buddy's wedding by making an unnecessary fuss, right? It's all right. I gave them my gift in any case.
Steven's always been such a kind person. That's why I couldn't forgive that bitch for what she did. He's a man with an extremely tight schedule, you see, and just to share his friend's moment of glory with him, he took a few days off work and traveled so far just to attend the wedding. But a few days later, someone truly unexpected decided to call my number.
Hey, this is Rhea Brock, right? The sister of Mr. Steven Brock?
It is. Is this Miss Kendra?
That's right. Please help me. Something terrible's going on over here. You're my only hope.
It seemed Kendra was in a very difficult situation.
Could you somehow persuade your brother to talk to Maxwell and my job, please? Darling's telling me he wants a divorce, and my boss already fired me. I'll do anything for you in return. Just please help me.
Oh, is that so? My condolences. But I don't think this has anything to do with me or my brother.
You have no idea how much it does. Your brother's the CEO of a large multinational company, is he not? I've had so many complaints from multiple CEOs of local enterprises, as well as other people who were invited, and I don't know what else to do.
To tell you the truth, Steven lives abroad and runs a large company there. That company has branches that have spread across the globe over the years, and Japan is no exception. He's busy as can be, around the clock, and what with him living abroad and such, it's hard to contact him directly. There's the problem with the international phone bill, obviously, which is expensive, and there's also time zones to consider. However, when he decided to come back home to attend the wedding of his one and only best friend, CEOs of many local companies were eagerly awaiting him to make his acquaintance. However, thanks to the bride herself kicking him out, their opportunity to meet him was shattered, and it turns out that her own company's CEO was among those who hoped to meet him. I guess you can imagine what he did next, given his disappointment.
Please, I'm begging you. Help me. Save me. I'll lose my marriage and my job at this rate.
You must be joking, madam. You and you only were responsible for kicking him out. Not to mention you forbade him from ever seeing him again. I suggest cleaning up the mess you caused yourself, In any case, Mr. Brock is no longer here in Japan.
Please! I never knew your brother was such a well-respected individual, you see. I thought he was just a normal office man without anything special in his life.
So you're saying that if you did know who he is, you'd be slobbering all over him with your tail wagging, That's even worse, I must say. How dare you assume any disabled person doesn't have anything special in their life?
I apologize. I'm truly sorry. I was so in the wrong. Now, will you please give me your brother's contact information? I'll call him directly, and hopefully we can arrange something. Your brother's a kind gentleman, so perhaps he could forge a contact with my job and hopefully restore my relationship with my darling Maxwell. His best friend? His BFF?
Like hell I'm gonna give you his contact info. He's busy 24/7, and he hardly ever accepts calls from unknown numbers, you see. No one would if they had a super tight schedule like him. He only makes private calls with close friends and family, and all you are to him is a disrespectful asshole.
I'm begging you. Hey, please!
She was on her knees through the end, but I just ignored her from that point onward. A few days came and went, and then Maxwell contacted me. He told me he'd already apologized to Steven about Kendra, and he called to apologize to me for the inconvenience. I don't know why he felt the need to apologize to me, but it goes without saying, Maxwell is a true sweetheart. His friendship with Steven isn't something inconsequential. That overworking brother of mine sacrificed so much to attend his friend's wedding is a good example of how strong their friendship is. A month later, I heard that Maxwell had gone to see Steven personally to return his wedding gift. At the same time, I found out that his divorce with Kendra had become official. Good riddance to that old hag. Now, you may be wondering how Maxwell even found out about this whole thing. You see, on his wedding day, Maxwell noticed Steven had left his gift, but I was clueless as to why he never showed up at all. Turns out a clerk at the establishment knew about Kendra talking to us, or rather, insulting us, proceeding to kick us out. Eventually, Maxwell went off the rails, bonkers with fury, and quickly confronted her.
What's all this bullshit about kicking both of them out without telling me anything? How could you do that?
That bastard was literally dragging his leg on the floor, you know? We don't need freaking cripples like them at our wedding. Plus, the girl was so goddamn rude to me.
That frickin' cripple is my best friend! I trust him more than anyone else in the world, including myself!
Right after the wedding, the couple had a huge argument. Maxwell's job is affiliated with Steven's company, and if things went smoothly, Kendra would have been living a life many wives could only dream of. People left, right, and center would turn green with jealousy at how nice and luxurious her life would be. Evidently, there was talk of her parents able to retire peacefully, but this whole incident quickly spiraled towards him divorcing her. This obviously left her desperate. And also, I'll say this again, but Kendra's own job took this opportunity to establish a business partnership with Mr. Steven Brock, the powerful CEO of a multinational conglomerate, upon knowing that her husband is his close friend. But the bride's inexcusable rudeness shattered those expectations, and she was later fired out of spite. People present at the wedding grew disappointed with the bride, who seemed to judge books by their covers. And in the end, the banquet fees had to be settled by Kendra's family. It seems her parents became hopeless of such a daughter, and they cut ties with her. Lastly, soon after moving in to live with Maxwell in his large apartment, she was left on the curb. Now she's going from internet cafe to another in search of work. In the end, Maxwell's wedding had been ruined after all, and I felt terrible for him. But like I said, I think of him as my second older brother, so I know he can do so much better for himself. 4 years later, Stephen was invited yet again to Maxwell's wedding. His second wife, Dakota, is a kind girl who treated Stephen very well and was polite and charming. Perhaps she understood Stephen's pain and hardships because of the fact her younger brother became paralyzed from the waist down in an accident. When Stephen got Maxwell's second invitation,
I'm afraid I feel like I must decline, bro. I don't want to spoil your moment of glory again.
Yep, he wasn't too sure about going at first. But then Maxwell replied,
I can't imagine my wedding without my best bro, dude. I'm asking you to spend my moment of glory with me. Properly this time. Please, do come.
Needless to say, Stephen was thrilled. It's true he has a slight disability, but he's so lucky to have such a loyal, trustworthy friend like Maxwell. I really hope Maxwell will return the favor by attending Stephen's moment of glory in the future, should it happen. Who am I kidding? Of course it'll happen. I'm positive Stephen's going to think of that day as his single most important day yet, and he'll definitely want his bro to be there with him.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.